Good morning, boys and girls. It's me, Chip. Welcome to this Family Faith Formation Day as we learn about God's love for us through the epic tales of the Bible. Doesn't that sound like fun? I'm glad you decided to join us today. We have lots of stories, songs, and crafts for you to do. Hopefully, your parents got to pick up one of the packets this week, but if they didn't, don't worry. You can always probably find some of the things that we use to make these crafts around the house. So feel free to join in. Also, there may be times we need to pause, rewind, or start over. That's fine. This is going to be a kind of a long video with everything in one, but it's fine. Feel free to do that. But now we're going to start with a story about a promise. God makes promises to us all the time. And in the Bible, God makes lots of these promises and tells us lots of things. Well, there's a special promise in the book of Genesis that involves a rainbow. I wonder if Stefan, our new intern, could tell us a little bit about that.
All right, let's look at the Spark Bible for our story for today, Noah's Ark. A long time passed since God created the world. People forgot about God except for one man. His name was Noah. He loved and obeyed God. I am very sad that people have forgotten me, God said to Noah. I'm going to bring a flood to flood the earth. Lots and lots of rain. Build yourself a huge boat of cypress wood. Noah did just what God said and made a big, big boat with lots of rooms. Noah was 600 years old when he entered the boat with his wife, their sons, and their sons' wives. God brought 2 of every kind of animal to the boat. Elephants and zebras, lions and tigers, pigs and giraffes, dogs and cats, deer and rhinos, bears and cows, horses and goats, lambs and monkeys all came by 2. All different kinds of animals, birds, and creepy crawly things came to the boat. Noah took all of them into the boat. Then the door shut behind them. Inside the big boat, the lions roared, the dogs barked, and the birds chirped. It was stuffy and stinky. It was muggy and hot. On the outside, it rained and rained. It rained big, giant drops and little baby drops for 40 days and 40 nights. The rains came down and the floodwaters came up. The water splashed on the sides of the big boat and pushed it up and down for 150 days. Finally, it rested on the top of a tall mountain. Noah waited and waited until God said to him, "Come out of the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives." Noah's family and all the animals came off the boat. They put their feet on dry land. They ran and skipped and jumped. They twirled and danced in the sunlight. They thanked God for the land, and God blessed them. Noah's family grew and grew. The animals and the birds and the creepy crawly things filled the earth again. God painted a rainbow of brilliant red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet across the sky and promised, "Never again will water flood the earth. Whenever you see the rainbow in the clouds, I will see it too, and I will remember."
That was a great story, Stefan. Thank you. Well, I wonder, I think Mrs. Robinson may have something cool that you can make at home to symbolize that promise that God made with the rainbow. How about we go over to Mrs. Robinson and see what she's doing? Come on, let's go, guys.
Thanks, Chip. Hi, guys. I'm Mrs. Robinson, back again, and we just heard a story about Noah's Ark. And I don't know about you, but my favorite part about that is the rainbow. I am so excited. We're going to make a rainbow. Yay! So in your packet, you should have a bag, and it has some instructions in it, like this. And you have a couple paper plates and some little rainbow pieces. They're rainbow pieces. And I got some clouds here. And what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some glue and some crayons. And let's do this. So we're going to start with, let's start with the favorite part. I like the rainbow. That's my favorite part. I separated out my colors right here on my plate. So what we're gonna do is we have to make a before and after. So what happens before a rainbow? Yeah, all that boring rain, right? So we're gonna have to do that too. So I'm gonna get my crayons out. And first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line. So I'm gonna kind of see where the middle is. I'm gonna draw a line. You're not gonna see it later, it's okay. And so then I know one part is gonna be the rain part, and then the other part is gonna be the rainbow part. Now's the fun part. You can use a paintbrush, you can use paper towels, whatever. We always have soap and water, but I'm just gonna get messy. I like just getting in there. Come on, glue work. There. I'm just gonna put glue all over. Oh, Chip's gonna get mad at me because I got in stuff on the table, but that's okay. That's what's fun about crafts. And then this is my technique. Mrs. Robinson just likes to get dirty, so I'm just gonna spread the glue all over. Yes. And now, what color comes first in a rainbow, guys? You remember, right? Yeah, it's red. The red's gonna go on the outside. So I'm just gonna start sticking and sticking all my little reds. And then you just keep going and keep going. What comes next after red? Have you ever heard the Roy G. Biv thing? Gotta have some red, then we're gonna go orange. Remember, you can't mess this up. There's no such thing. My favorite quote, there's no such thing as mistakes, only happy accidents. Boop, here goes my orange. And rainbows aren't really all that neat. I love being this messy. It's actually really fun. We need more orange. I'm gonna probably end up making a rainbow on my hands too, which is like weird. See? All right, well, see, look, it's already happening right now. It's already happening. Here's our orange. Well, see, yeah, this is just like awesome. I'm hoping I'm not going to run out of space because Mrs. Robinson always does that. I'm horrible. Okay, Roy G. We got green. Got to put a few green in there. And then we got to do some blue. Okay, guys, I like my rainbow. I think it looks so neat. Here's blue. Oh, I'm going to actually need some more glue. I feel like a piñata. Yeah, see, here we go. More blue. And then, boom, there's the purple. Okay, there we go. Okay. Down. And now you should have a rainbow. Okay. Next is, cool, now I'm good. And where do rainbows come from? The rain. That's why they're rainbows, because they're rain. So, boop, on the other side, this is gonna be our rain. You can get more creative with this. I'm thinking maybe I'll do dots, but you do it however you want, because it's your imagination and you can do however you want to represent rain. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little blue ones here and I'm going to like just crumble them. I'm going to crumble. We're going to crumble and then stick. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, and then I got to remember, where does rain come from? Come on, man, I'm not hearing it. Where's the rain come from? That's right, from clouds. So we need some clouds. Okay. So you should have a piece of paper in your packet. We can make more rainbows later. I love it. You should have one in your packet, a piece of paper that has some clouds on it. I already cut mine out. I've got these clouds and I've got these clouds. What's the difference? Okay, well these are going to be our rainy clouds. And these are going to be our happy rainbow sun clouds. So these are going to stay white. These we're going to kind of make look like rain clouds. So we're just going to kind of, is there gray? No, there's no gray. So I'm going to take my black and maybe just go real light like that. But you know what? They're yours. Maybe you'll even put like a big mad face on them because they're sad because, you know, God's been making it rain all that time. And they're like, come on, man. We need some like sunshine. I'm running out of water here. I can't keep doing this. Okay, so then these guys are going to go on the rain side. Boom. Wait, that way? That way. Wait, that way. Got it. They could be upside down too. It's all 3D. They can be tumbling around for all we know and doing somersaults up there. I don't know. I haven't been in a cloud. Actually, yeah, you have. If you've ever driven through fog. Fog's just a cloud on the ground. It's kind of cool. And this one, happy cloud, and a happy cloud. I guess you could draw a smiley face on it if you want. All right. We now have our background. We have our rain and we have our rainbow. Now what are we missing? All right, let's think of that story again. So where's Noah and all those animals? Oh, they're on that ark, which is what, just a big fancy name for like a big old boat. So that's what this one's for. We're gonna make an ark. And I'm gonna freehand it. You can be really, really, you know, if you want to like look one up or print one out or do whatever, I'm just gonna be like, okay, boats kind of look like arcs. They gotta have like something like this so that they're a little bit of shelter. And then you could just, you know, maybe put a window on there, have Noah. Oh wait, he's probably got a big old beard. Gotta put his beard. And he just looks weird without eyebrows. You know, there's Noah in the window. You know, maybe you could draw some of the other animals, you know, in the other windows. And you know, we got our little, you could put like your little dove up here with our little olive branch. And we're going to cut this out. You might need to get some help with this because I know sometimes scissors are sharp and sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes it's hard cutting. I got fancy scissors from Mr. Chip, which is awesome. There's my arc. And then I'm probably just gonna color it some, just, you know, because I'm sure the wood was kind of brown, but you can make it whatever color. Maybe he painted it. I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe he has some red on there too. I don't know. but I think it's cool. So the next thing is we have to remind ourselves about what the rainbow means, right? Because like, you know, we're supposed to like learn something here. I know that was really fun and we got all sticky and weird and gross, but we got to remember what the whole point of the story is. And the whole point of the story in the rainbow is God keeps his promises. That's what the rainbow is supposed to represent. God keeping his promise. He's like, sorry guys, my bad. That was kind of hard. I'm not going to do that again. And that's what a rainbow is supposed to show us. And it's a heart, so I'll keep this one traditional. I'm going to color it red. Like my style, this is what I do. This way I don't have to be like super... Can you tell I don't like being like perfect? But if you want to, that's okay. You can, it's yours, so you can do it however you want. And we're gonna stick this banner on the ark, right there. God's gonna keep his promises. And you know, maybe this is Noah's wife right here. She's gonna just have a beautiful long hair. There we go. And now the next step, we gotta put it together. So you have this weird little thing right here. See it? It's like kind of this gold thing. This is called a brad. Isn't that weird? Like it actually has a name. I don't know why they didn't call it a Chad or a Mike or a Chip, but no, it's a brad. I didn't come up with that. And it's basically just to hold your papers together. That's what we're going to do with it. So this is going to be the fun, tricky part because we have to kind of make sure that our ark kind of hides our rainbow. And the point of this too is so that you can like move. Look at that. I look like a snake. I'm scaly. You might, I would really have somebody help you with this part. Don't do what I'm doing right now, but I want to show you the finished product. But don't do this because you got to like poke a little hole in it, and you got to be really, 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 really careful. Okay? Yeah, don't do this. But it's a paper plate. Oh man, but that's okay. It's a little bit messy, but see, even my face. Don't do this. Go there. There's a lot easier ways to do that, but all I have are these scissors. So I tried. Oh my. And once you get that, we put the brad through. Come on, Brad. And Brad is going to go through. Really? Brad's not cooperating right now. There we go. And then very loosely make them do like the splits. Okay, do the splits, Brad. And then there we go. God keeps his promises. We have our super rainy, and then you can spin it, and it's a rainbow. Okay, that's like really cool. I'm proud of that. I hope you have fun with yours too. I want to see all of y'all's rainbows. I really do. All right, thanks for joining me. Have fun with your rainbows. And now, don't forget, I'm gonna wash my hands. Have fun.
That is the cool craft. You know, I love rainbows, and I look at it, you can flip it around and you can see the rain and then be reminded that God keeps his promises each and every time. Well, I'm sure it was very, very crazy being locked on that ark with all those animals. I wonder if Pastor Steve and Mike have a song about that. Let's go hear what they have to say. All right, I'll meet you there.
Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. The Lord said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody. Lord said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody. Get those children out of the muddy, muddy, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. So Noah, he built him an arky, Noah, he built him an arky, made it out of hickory, barky, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. The animals, they came on by twosies, animals, they came on by twosies, elephants and kangaroosies, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. It rained and it poured for 40 daisies, rained and it poured for 40 daisies, drove those animals nearly crazy, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. The sun came out and it dried up the landies. The sun came out and dried up the landy. Everything was fine and dandy, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord. The animals, they came off by twosies, animals, they came off by twosies, started life a newsy, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the Lord.
That was a fun song. It's a lot of words too. Very silly. Good job, guys. Well, now we're gonna move on into another epic tale in the Bible. Well, later in the book of Exodus, God makes a promise once again. This promise is to protect us, and God proves that promise by protecting someone special. Let's go to Stephen and hear the story about that special person God protects. See you in a bit.
Hi friends, I'm Stefan and we're here today for our day 2 story. And we're going to talk about baby Moses today. And first I want to ask a couple questions though. I'm wondering, have you ever been afraid of anything? What sorts of things are you afraid of? I know for me, I'm afraid of heights. And what do you do when you feel afraid? Is there somebody you like to talk to? Like, who's there for you when you feel afraid? Well, we're going to read about some people who are afraid in our story today. So let's get started. So Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, was afraid. He was rich and powerful and scared. What could he be so scared of? Well, strangely enough, Pharaoh was scared of God's people, the Hebrews. He thought there were too many of them, and he was afraid that they would try to become more powerful than he was. To make sure the Hebrews had no power, Pharaoh made them his slaves and ordered them to work very hard. Even worse, he demanded that all of the Hebrew baby boys should be drowned in the Nile River. Because of this, God's people were terribly afraid too. Everyone in Egypt was afraid. During this fearful time, a baby boy was born to a Hebrew mother. She loved her baby boy, and of course she wanted him to live. The baby's mother kept him safe by making a floating basket for him. She put her baby in the basket and then hid it in the water and plants at the edge of the Nile River. The baby's big sister, Miriam, hid near the shore and watched over the basket. What happened next was really amazing. Pharaoh's daughter came down to the river to take a bath. She saw the basket among the water and plants and asked her servant to go get it. When she opened the basket, she was surprised to see a baby boy crying. There he is. Can you see the baby? This must be one of the Hebrews, said Pharaoh's daughter. He's awfully cute. Wouldn't it be fun to keep him? Aha, thought Miriam. Here's Miriam over on the side seeing all this happen. I can help her. Miriam bravely stepped out of her hiding place. I could probably find somebody to help take care of that baby for you until he's a little older, she said. That would be perfect, said Pharaoh's daughter. Miriam was excited to tell her mother the news. The baby's mother took good care of him. When he was old enough, he went to live with Pharaoh's daughter. Miriam and her mother prayed he would be safe with her. I think I'll name him Moses, said Pharaoh's daughter, because I took him out of the water. Moses lived in Pharaoh's palace until he grew up to be a man. During that time, life became worse and worse for the Hebrews. Eventually, however, Moses helped free God's people so they could leave Egypt. Now there was something besides fear for God's people. There was hope.
Wow, that's an amazing story. It's awesome how God helped Pharaoh's daughter find that baby and helped Moses be protected. I wonder if Mrs. Robinson has a craft for that. That sounds like it could be kind of fun. Let's go over and talk to her and see what she's cooked up in her classroom.
Thanks, Chip. Welcome back again. Hi. I still have a little bit of glue on my hand, but that's okay. It's fun. We're going to talk about baby Moses today. And that's a weird story, right? Like, I'm a mom, and I mean, just putting my baby in a basket and just, trusting God. But God will protect us to make sure that my baby is going to be healthy, he's going to be fine, he's going to get taken care of. All right, so we're going to make a little craft representing that. We've got 2 pieces of paper, green and brown. We have a craft stick. Back in my day, this was a tongue depressor. Or it looks like a giant popsicle stick. Could you imagine the size of the popsicle that was on this? That sounds delicious, actually. That was a big popsicle. And then we also have little Moses. I already cut them out for time, but yeah, just be careful. Maybe you might need a little bit of help and have somebody help you cut little Moses out, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna color. So, I don't know, what kind of diaper do you think he's wearing? Because like this one has a diaper on, but I don't think that really existed back then. Maybe just like some piece of cloth or something maybe? I don't know. And this Moses is like really cute. I like him. I'm just gonna do this, color his belly, and if he was floating down that river, he might have gotten like a nice little suntan. you know, and that's okay. Sun's good. Sun's good for you. It gives you vitamins. It really does. That's the science. That's Mrs. Robinson, the science person talking. There we go. Look at Moses. Isn't he cute? And you know what? It's my imagination. I'm going to make his little diaper purple. Just because. There we go. And there's my baby Moses. All right. So this brown piece of paper is going to be our basket that we're going to put them in. Okay. So again, use your imagination. I know I walk down the aisles at like my local craft store and there's just like all sorts of baskets. So use your imagination, whatever kind of basket you want. You know, they don't have to be your traditional basket. I'm thinking a little bit curly, maybe. Maybe we can do pretending because they were weaved. So put like these to make it look like, you know, kind of like these weird grass. I used to do that. I used to sit there and pull these like grass things that I had in my backyard. I don't know what they were. There was like a flower, but then it was like these big, kind of like those things we get at Easter, at Palm Sunday, you know, like that little palm thing. And then that's what I would do. I would like sit there and braid them and like try and make like baskets and neckties and all sorts of weird stuff. Because, you know, it's neat. I wonder if we still have them. All right, so I'm going to cut out my little basket here. I think that looks baskety. Yeah, I'm going to make it a round basket. I like a round. I'm going to make a round basket. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Looks like a smile. But there's my basket. All right, now, for craft purposes, we're going to have to put like a little hole in our basket. But you wouldn't want to do that in real life because the basket probably would have sank in the water. That would have been bad. But just for this craft, how I like to do it is sometimes I just kind of like fold it like this. Oh man, it's going to make it crinkly, but that's okay. It gives it character. And then, and this is for all the big kids out there because you're probably going to have to help big kids. This is my hint for you. Just give it a little snip, just a little snip, and then when you open it, see, there's like a little hole in there. See it? Okay. And then, what can you think of that's outside that's green? You know, grass. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have here. A little bit of grass. Just gonna give it a little bit of texture. Just a little, you know. And like I said, this is all you. It's your imagination. You know, grass to me too. It's kind of like give it a little bit of a crinkle. I don't know. And then we're just going to make it look kind of pokey and stabby. That's like what grass looks like. See? So you just make it look pokey. This is weird. And you think about, like, what was at the side of that river? It wasn't, like, sometimes it has grass. Sometimes it's like those sticks. Have you seen? I've seen it where it's like reeds, if you know what a reed is. Or kind of like how it looks like bamboo. They're like big little sticks like this that stick out. Sometimes they have what are called, what are those called? Like those little puffy, the pussy willows? Like the little, they look like they have little cotton balls on them. They're really pretty actually. And those are a lot of times near water. Yeah, my grass is nowhere near as pretty as the picture, but that's okay, because it's my grass. Because we gotta have something for the basket to stop in. Because it's going to be floating down the river, but eventually, who has to find it? The pharaohs. See, yeah, you remember the story. You got it. All right. But the thing is we don't want the pharaoh to find the baby. That's bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our basket along the shore of our river. This is the fun part. I'm going to put a little dab of glue here. Bloop. And here goes baby Moses on the stick. Remember I told you this is where that little slit, that little hole comes in. See? Because then you can stick the stick there like that, and then you go, hi, I'm baby Moses in my little basket. And you can move them around. And then we can glue, I guess. I'll just use this kind. I love glue sticks. Glue our grass, kind of like that. Sure, yeah, that works. And then you can sit there and say, oh no, the Pharaoh's coming. Pharaoh's hide. Then we're gonna hide Moses from the Pharaoh. And then, oh, he's gone. Hi, don't you want me? I'm a cute little baby. And God brought me to you. And you have to take care of me. Okay, so see, here you go. Tons of fun with Moses and his basket. All right, see you later.
That was a fun craft. Oh, it's really cool how you can hide the baby in the basket, then poof, it pops out. It's awesome. Well, that baby Moses grew up to be the Moses that led God's people out of slavery into freedom. Isn't that awesome? It's so important that God protected that little baby so that he could grow up to help God's people. The same way God protects each and every one of us. Well, there's a cool song about Moses leading God's people out of Egypt. It's called Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Let's go hear Pastor Steve and Mike as they teach it to us. See you in a bit.
Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah, I said a Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. Well, a burning bush told me just the other day that I should come over here and stay. Gotta get my people out of Pharaoh's hand and lead them all to the promised land. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. Well, me and God's army coming to the Red Sea, and Pharaoh's army's coming after me. I raised my rod and stuck it in the sand, and all of God's people walked across dry land. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. Well, Pharaoh's army was a-coming too. So what do you think that I should do? I raised my rod and I cleared my throat. And all of Pharaoh's army did the dead man's float. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. I said, let them go now. Yeah. I said, let them go now. Yeah. Let them go.
Oh, that was a really cool song with a really great beat. Oh, yeah, I'm still dancing. Well, how about this, guys? Let's hear another epic tale from the Bible. In the book of Daniel, which is one of the major prophets in the Bible, the prophet Daniel, gets into a little bit of trouble because he decides to follow God's rules and not other people's rules. But guess what? God was always with him, no matter what happened. Let's go ask Mr. Stephen about that story. I'll see you in a bit.
Hi friends, Stefan here again, and today's story is about Daniel and the lion's den. And I wonder, before we start this story, I'd like to ask you, have you ever felt lonely before? And does feeling alone, does that make you feel happy or sad? What do you do when you feel lonely? Well, we're going to talk today about Daniel, and at one point he felt kind of lonely. So here's our story for today. Daniel loved God. He prayed every day and tried to live as God told him to. Daniel knew that no matter what, God was always with him. Daniel's good friend, King Darius, put Daniel in charge of many things in his kingdom. Some men got very jealous of Daniel and decided to get him in trouble. Ha ha, they thought, we'll get Daniel yet. The men tricked the king into making a law that everyone had to pray to King Darius and not God. Anyone who broke this law would be placed in a den full of lions. Yikes! Daniel was very afraid of lions, but he prayed to God anyway. Daniel knew he could get into big trouble. He also knew God would always be with him. Trouble came quickly. The men who tricked King Darius saw Daniel praying. Aha! They said, we've got him. Now he won't be the king's favorite. They went to tell the king. King Darius, Daniel is praying to his God instead of you. King Darius looked puzzled. Daniel always prayed to his God. What was the big deal? Then the men reminded him, you must put Daniel in the lion's den. You made it a law, remember? Oh, here's the lions. Look at those guys. Oh no, King Darius didn't want to put Daniel in the lion's den. He didn't want Daniel to be hurt. But King Darius had to follow his own law. Daniel was put in with the lions. King Darius said, I hope your God helps you. He went home and stayed awake all night worrying about Daniel. In the lion's den, it was dark and scary. Lions growled all around Daniel. Daniel prayed, God, I know you are with me. Please help me. And God was with Daniel. At sunrise, King Darius hurried to the lion's den and had it opened. Daniel, he called, are you there? Did your God save you? Daniel answered, I'm here. God kept the lions from hurting me. God always keeps me safe. King Darius was overjoyed to see his friend. From that day on, King Darius believed in God. The end.
Wow, that was so amazing how God protected Daniel and helped him survive in the lion's den. Oh gosh, that's just a wonderful story. God is always with us, even when we're in trouble. God will be there. Well, I think Mrs. Robinson has a craft for us, so let's go see what she's doing. See you in a bit.
Wow, that was a really great story. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so you just heard about Daniel and the lions. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking Lion King. Little Simba. Yes, awesome. So what we're gonna do is my favorite part ever, reenactments. I love reenactments. So we are going to make a reenactment of Daniel and the lions. So if you look in your little packet, you've got these little cupcake liner things. Aren't they cool? Okay. And you have a bunch of craft sticks. Some are like cut. I know. It looks confusing, but it'll work. Trust me. All right, so the first thing we want to do is Daniel. We have to make a Daniel. That doesn't really look like a person or Daniel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I got to make a Daniel. Let's give him a face. Oh wait, maybe he has brown eyes. I think that would be cool. Maybe give him some brown eyes. And everybody had a beard. So maybe give him a little bit of hair. Here we go. Oh, that looks really, ooh, I'm kind of liking it. Wait, yes, this looks looking cool. Okay, maybe give him a little bit more bangs because, you know, he was looking a little, there we go. Whoa, okay. I'll get that in a minute. And, you know, don't make him look too happy because he just got yelled at. And because he was like, nah, y'all, I'm still going to believe in God. And they're like, oh, so yeah, you got to end up with the lion. I'm going to give him a longer beard just because. Yes. Look at that. That is a Daniel. Okay, so we got to give him some arms. And this might take a little bit. I'm going to do it fast, but you're going to have to give the glue a little bit of time to dry because otherwise, you know, his arm's going to fall off and that's just not good. I don't like it one bit when arms fall off. And then you can put it however you want, actually. I think I'm going to do it like this so that it looks like his hands are like this, like he's screaming, going, no, lions! But you can put his arms however you want. You can put like one up, one down. You can do it just like the picture where they're both down, however you want to do it. But my Daniel, he's going to be screaming and running from the lions. Okay. Maybe. Boom. Okay. Like I said, I got to let this glue dry, but I'm going to hold it and show you. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Look. Stay while it dries. Oh, lions. Okay, see? Perfect. All right, but there is a problem too. He doesn't have any clothes on. That's not right. So yeah, we need to get some clothes on Daniel. So I'm going to take one of mine. Pick the color, you know, whatever. Either or. I'm sure you probably have different colors than I do. And one of them's going to be like his robe, and one of them's going to be like a little his headdress. It's really hot there, y'all. It's hot, just like here in the summer. So they all wear hats too, just like we do. I really have to wear a hat, or else I get like sunburn really bad. So we're going to take him kind of like a little hot dog, and very carefully, because like I said, my glue's still kind of drying. And see, here's his back side. I'm gonna like put this on him kind of like that, and then I'm going to flip him over carefully, and oh, maybe I'll do it this way. We're experimenting. I'm gonna clip maybe like the bottom part here, because his rope doesn't need to be that long. He doesn't need a trip because he's trying to run away from lions. So you don't want a whole lot of material there. And we're going to kind of give this a little fold and another fold. Well, it kind of looks like a robe. What do you think? Oh, see, look, he lost an arm. That's what I said. Running away from the lions. Don't lose an arm. There we go. I think that works. And then maybe what we can do too is we can draw like a little, you know, a little belt on him maybe. Like, hey. Or you can get a belt, like get a piece of string or something, piece of yarn, and you can like tie it there so you can have a little belt. And then what are we gonna do with this? Well, I was thinking about the little piece that I cut off. Let's make some sleeves. This looks really weird, y'all, but it's okay. This isn't Project Runway. I would not win. I would not win designing clothes at all. Because this, although maybe I would, because it's very original and unique. I don't think anybody's gonna have an outfit like this. I don't think anybody would run away from lions right now either. So you might need to give it a little bit of, some glue and, to get it to stick. Oh, come on, Daniel. We'll get it figured out. Just keep working on it. Just fiddle, tweak it. And then this, I'm gonna make into a headdress. Maybe I'll fold it in half. Yeah. Ooh, that looks like really. I'm looking at the picture. I'm trying to. You gotta do maybe like that. And then let it go. And it slides on like that. Yeah, I think that might work. Or else he's gonna have a really awesome headdress. Uh-oh, but I'm losing lions. Oh, I have a lion fall. And honestly, get creative. Seriously, get creative. Because, it's just clothes after all. We're gonna make some awesome outfits. Fold that down. Ooh, that's I'm liking. Hey. Hey, Daniel's styling. Look at that. It's kind of a weird little, okay, that's what it looks like. Right there. See? Right there. It's pretty close, I think. Just put a little dollop of glue. I'm going to set Daniel over here so he can dry. He looks scared. I think it's appropriate. He does. I think he looks kind of scary. So I'm going to work on these lions. I'm sorry, Daniel. I apologize. But it's okay. Things get ripped and torn when you're running away from lions, right? So let's make some lions. I wanted to get to the lions anyway. We're going to have 3 lions. And again, boring craft stick. Get that crayon out. Concentrate. Cute line. Okay, so do that again. I think these are all, I don't know, they're all going to be like, what I like to do is I draw like a little triangle for the nose, a little upside down triangle, like that, and then I draw like a line down and I curl it to make like a little smile. These are very happy lions. Okay, and then of course his eyes, and we're going to do one more. Eyes, upside down triangle, smiles. Aww, they're so cute. And then we probably want to draw some paws. Big paws. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm not good at this. But they're my lions. It works. Okay, so right now they just look like seals. So we got to make some lions. This is the magic right here, guys. This is the magic. So we're going to take these, and this I do know how to do. You're going to want to fold it. Yeah. And we're going to want to make two little cuts. Don't go all the way. just kind of go enough like to the crinkles. Kind of like just to the crinkles there. And then, see, we have like this hole now, and then we put the lion like that. Oh, look, there you go. Bam, Insta lion. Love it. Isn't it cute? Okay, so do that the same with your other ones. Fold it in half, 2 little cuts. Don't go all the way, just up to the crinkle and just to the crinkle so we can get our beautiful, beautiful manes. And then one of the lions, you know, usually there's a lion, a big lion that's in charge, right? You have the in charge lion. So with the in charge lion, then I was thinking, oh, I almost made his face too big. That's okay. And one more. Ooh, Daniel, you're gonna have to run. And then what you might want to do is put a little bit of glue just to make it stay so it doesn't slide down and become like a weird little skirt or something, because we want it to be a lion. What about these? Well, we can, like I said, we can make one of the lions like in charge, like super in charge lion. And you can like glue these on like they are on the picture. And you could draw like a little pause at the end. Something like that. And then you can just glue those on like that and put another one there. And then you have your lion. Oh, and Daniel's hat fell off, but that's okay. And then you're gonna have a lion chasing Daniel. And Daniel's gonna run. And I wanna hear all the roars, okay? There's gotta be lots of roaring. Like, ooh, snacks, roar. And Daniel is... And then Daniel is gonna say, hey, yeah, this ain't happening, y'all. God will save me. And then he's just gonna run. And then the lions, and oh, see, and that's what happens. The lion's hair falls off, and he gets all embarrassed. So this lion, you know, he's gone. And Daniel's like, okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Come on, God, help me out. And you know, there's hours of fun right there. I want to see pictures. Send me pictures. I want to see those reenactments. All right, see you guys later for another craft.
That craft looks kind of cool, but kind of complicated. I hope you had a lot of fun doing it. It may be a little different, a little quirky, but it looks like a lot of fun. You can retell the story of Daniel and the Lion's Den at home with your friends and family. So, I wonder what song Pastor Stephen might have for us. Let's go over and hear from them and see what they have.
Be bold!
Be bold!
Be strong!
Be strong!
For the Lord thy God is with thee. Be bold!
Be bold!
Be strong!
Be strong!
For the Lord thy God is with thee. Be not afraid, na 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 na. Be not dismayed, na 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 na. Gonna walk in faith and victory. Come on and walk in faith and victory. For the Lord,
my God,
thy God is with thee. Be bold!
Be bold!
Be strong!
Be strong!
For the Lord thy God is with thee. Be bold!
Be bold!
Be strong!
Be strong!
For the Lord thy God is with thee. Be not afraid, na 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 na. Be not dismayed, na 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 na. Gonna walk in faith and victory. Come on and walk in faith and victory.
For the Lord,
my God, thy God is with thee.
That's a great message of that song. God is always with us, no matter what. So we can be bold and be strong. Well, let's talk about another prophet. This one's a minor prophet. In the book of Jonah, there's a guy named Jonah who God tells to do something. But Jonah decides that's not what he wants to do. Well, guess what? God helps him listen. The same way God helps us listen too. So let's go ask Stephen all about Jonah. I'll see you in a bit.
Hi friends, Stefan here again. It's time for our day 4 story. Today's story is about Jonah and the big fish. And we're going to hear about Jonah and Jonah has to listen to God in this story. And I wonder, are there ever times when you have to listen to your parents or your teachers? Do they ever ask you to do something that you don't really feel like doing? Like maybe homework or chores? And what do you do when your parents or your teachers ask you to do something you don't feel like doing? Well, let's look at our story today, and we're going to hear what Jonah does when he has to listen to God. So, one day, when Jonah was just minding his own business, God spoke to him. God said, "Jonah, I want you to go to Nineveh and tell the people that I know they aren't living the way I want them to. I want them to change their ways." Jonah may have started with the right idea, but once he started walking, Jonah just began thinking about what a long walk it was to Nineveh. Jonah thought, I don't really want to go to Nineveh. I'll go the other way. God will never know. So Jonah walked and walked away from Nineveh. When Jonah got to the sea, he paid to get onto a boat to take him even farther away. Jonah yawned. All that walking made me tired. I'm going to take a nap. Jonah curled up on a pile of rope and fell asleep. But God saw Jonah. Whoosh! God sent a strong wind that tossed the ship to and fro. The sailors were so afraid that they started throwing things overboard to make the boat lighter and save themselves. The sailors worried. What's going on? They woke Jonah up. God is mad at me for not listening, Jonah said, so throw me overboard. And they did. Suddenly, the sea was calm again. Look out, Jonah, here comes a big fish. Gulp, gulp, gulp. The fish swallowed Jonah, and Jonah sat inside the dark, smelly fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah prayed, "Help me, God, I'm sorry." Finally, the fish spit Jonah out onto the beach. Trudge, trudge, trudge. Jonah went to Nineveh. He told the people what God had said, and they believed him and changed the way they were living. God was happy that the people of Nineveh were now living as God wanted. The end.
Well, I'm glad Jonah made the right choice. Him going to Nineveh helped them listen to God too and help them change their ways. Sometimes it's important to do what God asks us because what we do can change the lives of everyone in the world. Well, I wonder what Mrs. Robinson's got crafting for us over in her office. Let's go over and talk to her and see what she's making. See you in a bit.
Hi guys, it's Mrs. Robinson again. We're going back in the water. Isn't that fun? Yeah. So we were like in the water with Noah, and then we were in the basket with Moses in the water, and then we jumped to the lions, and now we're going back in the water. We're gonna do a little craft about Jonah and the whale. This is always a fun one. I always love this one. So we're gonna have to make Jonah and a whale. Here's all your stuff. You should have a cup. Googly eyes. Now, the thing is, these are sticky. They do actually have little stickies, but it's really, really hard to like get to it. You have to like sit there and just keep picking and picking and picking and picking at it, and eventually see, this is what I did. You might need a big person's help, okay? This one you might need a big person's help for a few things. All right, so first things first. Let's make Jonah. What? Here's Jonah. This balloon. Well, this is gonna be weird. But I'm trying to think if I should put him on there first. No, we're going to give them a little stretch. Okay, bear with me. Okay, just stay with me here. And we don't want to blow up the balloon all the way. We want to make it like we're going to put some flour in it. And it's going to be almost like a little, kind of like a little hacky sack, or like one of those. We're making it into like a little ball. So we just want like a little bit of air just to give it some room. This might be a 2-person job. I'm just saying. And yes, the air's going to come out, but it's going to be in there just long enough for us to put our funnel in. Yeah, this is going to be our funnel. Watch this. This is cool. If you take a piece of paper and you just start rolling it from one side like that. Oh, look, it's a funnel. And here's the fun part. Like I said, this is a 2-person job for reals. We have to take this balloon and we got to put it over the end. And this is where you're going to make a lot of really funny, weird faces. And I'm going to be sticking my tongue out. And okay, I have to refold this. Hold on. Because it's just me. I've been doing this a while. Yeah, can you tell? All right. Yeah, that works. Cool. I didn't know if that was going to work, but it did. I would recommend using maybe like a spoon, or, you know, it just depends how mad your family or whoever you're doing this craft with, of how mad they're going to get with how messy you are. But you know what? It's me. There you go. Then we can make cookies or something. I don't know. Come on. It's all over my face, probably. Okay. Hey, man. Me, when I teach class, this happens all the time, too. Come on. Oh, yep, it's filling up. This is going to take a little while. It's really annoying. We might have to, like, just fast forward or something, because they don't really give you, like, a great technique. The best technique is having a friend come here and hold it like this, friend, and doing it that way and getting some of that flour in there. Come on, get in there, flour. You have to talk to it, because, yeah, talking to it always works. Get in there, flour. We're making like a little weird ball. How are we doing? Pretty good. Oh, we're gonna make a beautiful mess. Yay! All right. Okay, perfect. Good enough. We'll go with it. Okay. Okay. Nice. Ooh, they're gonna love me. They're probably gonna make me clean it up, but that's okay, I don't mind. So, you might want to get it like a little bit fuller, but you know, that's about right. We got a balloon filled with some flour. And you don't want the flour to come back out. This is where you're definitely going to need help with this one, for reals. This one definitely is a 2-person job. You can sit here and laugh at me while I'm trying to do this all by myself, but I would highly recommend a friend. take your string and we're going to tie it around the neck like that. You don't want it to fall off. And here's Jonah. No, it's not. It doesn't look like him. Okay, fine. Be that way. Take a little marker and make a Jonah. It's a really, really, really tiny canvas. So that's as good as it gets. There's Jonah. Ta-da. Stop spinning. Okay. So the other fun part of the tail is the whale. This is so much easier. That's why I started with Jonah, because I thought you'd enjoy that entertainment of watching me try and do that. And me covered in flour. Isn't it awesome? Okay, here's your whale. I want to put the eyes on first, because I love googly eyes. And this is his mouth. And then we're going to put the tail on the bottom here. Okay, so wherever you feel like whale eyes should go, that's where you're going to stick them. I think he's like, look at the size of that mouth. That's a whale. Look at that. Ooh, he's cute. All right, he doesn't look very whaley though, so I'm going to make a tail. I'm going to do my best, but this is the only glue I have, so don't you dare judge me. I don't want to get crayon all over the table. This is for all the big people. You'll thank me later. If you put it on a piece of paper, you can be scribbly like this, and then you won't get the crayon on the table. See, that's why I do it this way. Because I don't like cleaning crayon off the table. Ooh, that looks cool. Looks like it's in the water. Oh, wait, I guess I have to do both sides. There we go. So far, I think this is the messiest craft yet. What do you think? I don't know. Noah's Ark's coming in a close second, but I'm loving it. All right, so tail. Now, you can tape it on with some Scotch tape, or again, you can ask a big person, a helper, and very, very carefully, you can like poke a hole in the bottom, and I cut like a little slit like this. I poked the hole and then I use my scissors and I cut it like that, so I can stick the tail into that. Boop. It'll go, I promise. Or you can even cut a tail from like construction paper to make it thicker, so that it will. Okay. Now we gotta do the fun part and put them together. You have an advantage here. You have tiny little hands. And your tiny little hands can actually fit in there. Unlike mine. My big old hands. Trying to get a little piece of paper. Yep. All right. So last step is we got to put Jonah in the whale. How are we going to do that? Hey, there we go. All right. So here's our whale and here's Jonah. If you taped it, now you have to poke a hole. I would probably I'd ask a big person. I'd ask an adult to poke a hole in the bottom, because you're going to have to take your string and put it in that hole like this. and my big hands. Where are you, string? He's in there somewhere. There. Here's the whale. Here's Jonah. Here's the whale swimming in the ocean. Here's Jonah. Ah! And then, now we have a fun game called Jonah and the Whale. Boop. Hey! I caught him. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, now he can't. Oh, we gotta do it again. Come here, Jonah. Oh! Okay. See, hours of fun. Whee! Oh, come on, Jonah. Yay! Nom, 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 nom. So, have fun playing with Jonah and the whale.
Wow, that looks like a fun game you can play now at home. And remember the Jonah and the whale story. Well, how about we go over to Pastor Steve and Mike as they teach us another song. Maybe he'll teach us how we can continue to serve God no matter who or where or what we'll do. Let's do that one again. Wow, that looks like a fun game that you guys can play at home and remember the story of Jonah. Well, let's go over to see Pastor Steve and Mike and hear what song they have for us. We'll see you over there.
Love, I'll love you, Lord, forever. Love, I'll love you, Lord, forever. I'll do my best, whoa, I'll do my best for you, oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, whoa, I'll do my best for you. I'll praise you, Lord, forever. I'll praise you, Lord, forever. I'll do my best, oh, I'll do my best for you, oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, oh, I'll do my best for you. I'll serve you, Lord, forever. I'll serve you, Lord, forever. I'll do my best, oh, I'll do my best for you, oh, oh, oh. I'll do my best, oh, I'll do my best for you.
Wow, we can continue to do our best no matter who we are. That's awesome. Well, for our last story today, comes from the New Testament. Well, in the book of Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is about to do something very, let's say, interesting. Let's go over to Mr. Stephen and see what Jesus does. I'll see you in a bit.
Hi friends, Stephen here again for our last story, and we're going to hear a story today about helping. Now, I wonder, do you like to help other people? What are some other ways that you like to help other people? Are there any ways that you know how that we can help share Jesus' love with others? Well, in today's story, we're going to hear about how Jesus asks his disciples to share his love. And this is called the story of the Ascension. So here's our story in the Spark Bible. Now, after Jesus died and rose again, he and his disciples got together near Jerusalem. Jesus had some instructions for them. As you know, God is doing amazing things in the world, he said, and your help is needed. We need you to go tell stories about me. Tell your friends and family and everyone you meet what you've learned by following me. Be my witnesses in the world. Then suddenly Jesus was rising up in the air. What was going on? He was being lifted up into a cloud. Jesus' friends looked around. 2 men in white robes had joined them. The men said, "Why are you just standing around looking up? Don't worry, Jesus will come back someday." "Right," said one of Jesus' disciples. "Meanwhile, we have some work to do. Let's get going." The end.
Wow. Jesus left, but asked us to go and do his work. So we get to be disciples and go out into the world and show people the love and care of God through Christ. Isn't that awesome? I wonder what Miss Christiana is going to create. How about we go help her? See you in a bit.
Hi, one more time. It's Mrs. Robinson. And I am going to show you the last craft. We heard a story about Jesus and the ascension. That's a big word. Ascension is like a huge word. But, you know, it's really not that super hard. It just means to like go up, like ascend, to rise up. And that's what we're going to do for our craft. So I already cut these out, but you're going to have to very carefully, you cut out, you have Jesus and you have a star. And we're going to want to color. So see, I'm doing my trick again with my paper so I can just get messy. And here's my star. I decided to go yellow. Yeah, I know, it was kind of boring, but yeah. Or if you want to get like really fancy, maybe you have some craft stuff at your house and you can use like construction paper, or I know glitter's my favorite. I would put some glue and glitter all over that. Oh, and you gotta do both sides. Don't forget to do both sides. And then we're gonna color Jesus. And Jesus is known as the King of the Jews. So I decided I'm gonna color his robe purple, because that's what kings wear. Kings wear purple. I figure why not, right? So he's getting a purple robe, guys. That looks good. I'm all talking to him. You look great. This is a beautiful robe and you look awesome. And I am really liking this on you. Yes, this looks really good. I always wonder who did that, you know, like, where does Jesus get his clothes? Or did he have one of the disciples go buy them? Or did he go himself? And then, you know, when he's like talking to like the store guy, and then he's like, hey, wait, are you that like, wait a minute, are you like that Jesus? Like, you're Jesus, right? I mean, I could totally see that happening. That would be like really cool. Well, evidently this Jesus has weird shoes. I thought they were sandals, but okay, I'm gonna color his shoes. Sure, okay. And his hair. That's some nice hair. Oh, yep, and he's got the beard. No gray yet. He's not graying yet. Oh, he's looking good. He's pretty smart. All right, so now I'm gonna color his hand and his other hand and his face. Oh, yep, don't forget his neck. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Boom, yay, it's Jesus. All right, now comes the fun part. Hey, but that's a whale. But no, it's not. It's also the sky. Isn't your imagination fun? So this is going to be our sky this time around. But this sky's kind of boring. I want clouds, lots and lots of clouds. So you should have some cotton balls. Now, the ones that I got, my cotton ball kind of look like that. And it looks like a weird cocoon. It looks like an insect cocoon. So you know what I did? I just did this. And I just kept pulling on it so that I can get like, see, now it looks like a cloud. That's a cloud. That is a cloud. And now we're just going to take our glue, our fun glue. This is a brand new glue and it's like really hard to squeeze. I'm really not that weak. But I feel like I need like the Hulk to help me with this glue. And say, come on, Hulk, can you like squeeze this for me? Oh. And he's like, no. Because I'm like Dr. Bruce Banner right now. I'm not the Hulk. Go ask Thor to do it. But Thor's busy. Oh. See, look at that, man. This glue is like really hard. See, now you're inside Mrs. Robinson's head. See what happens? Maybe I'll go ask Captain America. I think he's pretty strong. Nope. Man, who can I ask? Oh, squeeze. So I'll go, fine, I'll go over to the DC universe then. And I'll just ask like Wonder Woman. She'll squeeze my glue so that I can get it out. Man, this is really hard. You might need to get an adult or a big person to do it. Hey, that looks cool. That's a sky. That is a sky. One more. Uno más. Boop. We have our sky. So, now we get to put it all together. We got our string. I guess we can glue it or tape it. You know, I think tape would be better. Get some tape. It's less messy too. And we're gonna, oh man, that's too big. There we go. Tape it on to the back, to the star. And then take your leftover piece right here and then make like a little beard like that when you're doing this. And we're gonna like fold. Okay, so now our string's on our star. Yeah, that works. Cool. Okay, and now we have to take this end. And this is where you really need a big person because, again, we have to put a hole in the bottom of the cup for the string to go through. Okay, so ask a big person, an adult, a big brother or sister. Oh, I got clouds stuck in my finger. And they can poke the hole for you, and then you just take your string and push it down in the hole. And let's hope Mrs. Robinson's big old hand can fit in there and grab it. I think so. This is my concentrating face. I'm like feeling for it. There it is. Let's see it. It's there. Hey! Okay. So we have a star, and now guess who goes on the other end? Jesus. Look at that purple robe. That actually looks, I think he looks good like that. Purple, he looks good in purple. He really looks good in purple. Put a little bit more tape. Boop. And now we have, oh wait, I'll take my beard off for this. Boop. And here you go. We got our sky and our clouds. And here he comes. Yeah, wow, this is string, a long string. And yeah, he's ascending and he's spinning. He's a little out of control, but that's okay. It's all right. Oh, and now he's in heaven. Ta-da. And then we're going to reverse time. And you can just keep doing that. And again, I'm all about reenactments. Do not be afraid. Wait, no, you gotta face them. There you go. And go up into the sky. Woo. Oh, that looks fun. Look at him spinning. Beep. fun with that craft and learning about Jesus and the ascension. Hope you had fun. I did. Bye.
That is a cool craft. I love how you just pulled Jesus up into the air. Miss Christiana left hers for me, so I kind of have it here. Look, woo, Jesus is going. I'm gonna keep this one in my office. I love the clouds too. Remember the fluffier is nice and pretty. All right, so let's see what Pastor Steve and Mr. Mike have. I think there's a song that we can all sing together that will remind us all about Jesus going away, but the promise that Christ will return. I'll see you over there.
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky, Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Wow, love that song. It's one of my favorite songs that we sing here in church. Well, this has been Epic Tales, and today we've learned 5 great tales about God's love for us. Today we've learned that God keeps God's promises, that God will protect us, that God is with us always, that God will help us listen, and that Jesus needs our help in the world. Remember those lessons. Go out, share Christ's love in the world. You are the body of Christ, and together we are seeking God and serving others in new and exciting ways. Here's a reminder. We're going to have another Faith Family Fun Day in September. Tell your parents to watch their emails and to look at Facebook for the ways to sign up. Until then, I'm Chip. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.